Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode something out of, I think we're 12 now, maybe 13?
It's
D&D
gotta be something like
5e
that.
with the boys. -1. Currently, our man Nagel, Sim, isn't here. We're hoping he'll drop by later, but we're going to kick things off. Anyone want to do a recap real quick?
Take it, Mitchell.
All right. Well, how did we get here? After waking up in the morning to a unexpected but not entirely unwelcomed guest, we have Ghost's new character, Marcus, as he said, artificer, adept with a strange-looking metal tube that fires projectiles. I have to investigate that later. We do a bunch of searching. No. We go straight to the Golden Dragon Inn to investigate the Serpent Tower, and there we find good friend Ronark on his knees, mace at his side, in apparent worship to this creature. So Reggie mage hands the mace away from him to make things go a bit smoother. They don't. After quite the scuffle, we are forced to bust a cap in Ronark. Rest in peace. After that, we spend another 5 or 6 hours wandering about town, aimlessly as it would be, going from location to location, Modaset's house to the marketplace to the loom where the mayor's husband had worked, till finally we get the idea to go to the captain's house, and from there we follow his tracks. And we are following his tracks currently, and we have what appears to be a location. Maybe we'll actually get something done this time.
Sounds good to me. So we'll pick it off where you left off. You're following the trail north of Orlane towards a waterfall, following a river streaming down from it, in the thicket and the forest and trees, the dirt and mud.
Marcus's nose to the ground.
Nose to ground. Let me take you there.
Really give us that boots on the ground feeling.
Yes, quite.
I love the map and then the waterfall.
Yeah, well, you work with what you got.
The ground here is strangely distorted.
So you guys are in the bottom left corner of the map. You've been following the trail.
I don't have control.
I don't have access.
Great.
And so it begins.
There. Reginald has control.
Thank you. Oh, what does he have for
Jose has control.
I have the power.
Oh, I don't.
And Dude has control.
See that. Unlimited power.
If only.
Right, so when we last left off, it had been approaching a little bit after noon, maybe 1, 2 o'clock. You guys were on hot pursuit of your boy Ben, who had stalked off ahead of you, pursuing who you assume to be Modaset, who's currently holding a grudge against. Your last encounter with him, he basically ignored all your advice to wait for you guys, and he stormed off. A man with a mission.
Indeed. Alright, Reggie is casting a wary eye about. He doesn't want to get surprised, even though he probably will. He especially looks out for rugs on the floor.
Oh yeah, in this forest, the leaves are thick bushes and trees. There are no carpets or rugs of any kind.
Okay.
I'm just gonna attempt to continue to follow the trail that we had.
That's right. Marcus would be leading that. Leo, as much as I do enjoy a good, that'd be more survival.
Would that's a good point. That's way worse.
Yeah, as you're following his footsteps and the drag marks, they peter off and you run into a bush and then you sort of follow it, sort of lose sight of it. Leo, on the other hand, can smell the sweat and blood of Sir Bannon.
I can smell it.
In fact, you can tell he's kind of nearby. His odor thickens, it's heavy.
He's... Keep your wits about you.
Always. It's probably up near the waterfall.
Does Leo know exactly?
Do you know what?
Does he know exactly which direction out this way? In front of us?
You had been following the path and it's coming forward, you know? Although
Okay.
there are other odors in the air, the river, the trees, you know? You're definitely no Kothar.
Hmm.
Well, Leo, you've got the scent. Lead on.
Hmm. Surely. I will.
Yeah, okay. As you move forward, by the way, this is like a cliffside. It's maybe like 20 feet down. It leads up to that dirt path. As you're walking by, every now and then you can occasionally see in the water something come up and maybe come back down. But Leo, as you yourself turn the bend, you see hanging up in the trees is Bannon, captured in a net. He seems to be cutting it with his knife. He's currently maybe about 10 feet up, just hanging there.
So Leo will kind of take a step back and gesture everyone. And he just points. It appears our search has come.
Well, thank the gods you're alive, Bannon.
You say that he's approaching, as you're approaching, he sort of looks, he's like, hey, watch your step. Don't come too close. And he's still chopping away at this net that he seems to be tangled up in.
Will you be able to manage with that knife?
I've almost got it. In just
Okay.
a moment, really.
Then Reggie's going to make ample use of his spells here. He's going to cast himself a mage hand.
Okay.
And he's going to put, I guess, 10 pounds of pressure on the floor for 30 feet, or 20 feet this way. Let's see, catch any traps, any nets.
So you're just constantly like levitating the hand and pushing down, levitating the hand and pushing down.
Oh, like he'll send it here, and then like a rake, he'll just dig the fingers of the hand into the ground and drag it.
You're dragging it towards you or away from you?
Towards him.
Okay, yeah, 30 feet out, let's see.
Yeah, he'll go 15 feet there. Like, he'll make himself like a clear path, or as clear as he can.
Yeah, it seems to work out for you, and as you're doing that, as you're making a trail, Bannon, after a moment, finally you hear a snap, and a bang, he comes crashing down to the ground, his gear goes scattering, the net falls on top of him. Your search doesn't seem to pick up on any traps or anything.
Good to hear.
Is this our guardsman?
This is the captain of the guard. Bannon, this is a friend and a hiree of the Baron sent to help with the situation at hand.
More guests. He begins to pick himself off the ground and dust himself off.
How is Bannon armed now?
He seems to be wearing a nice, well, not exactly fresh, but his armor seems to be shinier than when he last left him. He's got 2 swords, a knife, and a bag full of gear.
Okay. But yes, more guests.
I followed that bastard here, but this trail leads off down there, but if you look in the water, we're not alone.
Indeed.
How many gators do I see?
Give me a perception.
Nice.
Just the 2 of you, or do you want to do one, Mitch?
Sure, I'll do one.
Roll just.
Oh, nice.
Leo, you can see the obvious one that keeps coming up towards the dirt path. Both Marcus and Reginald, on the other hand, can see in the water, just their heads dipping in and out. One of them seems to be still, just waiting for something to come its way, take a bite out of it. And it's fairly infested, you would say.
Okay. So, like, when you say infested, like, more than the 5 or 6 we see. Don't go in there.
Well, you can go in there if you'd like, but it just appears to be, this seems to be maybe a breeding ground. Maybe there's like a hatchlings just coming out. Yeah.
More instances of reptiles. Well, sure, this is a swamp, but between the snakes, the monsters, Kothar, and these creatures, we're getting close.
That bastard
Yeah.
went down there, but I don't see a corpse anywhere.
No. Reggie looks at the waterfall. Actually, he'll, we should make our way towards the waterfall. I have a feeling there's something over there.
That's what I figured, but you can see it didn't exactly end too well for me.
Well,
If worst comes to worst, I can certainly take care of at least the bigger creatures down there.
excellent. But for now, let's see if there's an entrance above ground. Above the water, I mean.
Very good.
And he'll try and clear using the same technique. He'll try and go for here, and then up here.
Yep, you're just using your spectral hand to pat the ground,
Yeah.
right?
Rake
You're
it
like
up.
raking it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, no tripwires seem to be tugged or triggered. No logs come falling from the trees to smash your head in. Everything seems to go smoothly.
Just let me know if any of the dashed ones trigger something.
Yeah, no. By raking, nothing's triggered. However, on that particular square, I'd say make a dex save. It's not just real quick. Yeah.
14?
Yeah, easily. You're able to step back. You feel your foot touch the ground. It begins to sort of dig deeper, as if going through it. But you pull your foot back just quickly enough, and there's like a hole where your foot used to be.
He'll use the hand to like rip up the ground around it. It's just a pitfall.
Yeah, you begin to use your hand and pick up some grass and leaves and just cover. It seems to be maybe a tarp that was covering it, and as you look out down into it, it's like a nice little fall of little twigs and sticks poking out at the bottom.
I see. Is that the square he's on, or the one in front of him?
If you can take one step back.
Gentlemen, please step back if you will.
Oh, yes, of course.
Reggie will adapt his strategy then. He will rake and punch the ground.
That's a bit more thorough.
Yeah. So he'll go there, there, there. Gentlemen, would you like to go closer to the cliffside or more in a straight line? So we can either go like this way or this way.
I fear there could be more traps if we go in. More possibility of falling into the water and being eaten, descended upon by these creatures.
An excellent suggestion. And he'll start doing that this direction.
Yep. As you do that, nothing seems to trigger. It's rather thorough, don't you believe? You guys managed to skirt across the opening in the ground.
Better to be thorough than to fall into that mess. Let me tell you.
Indeed.
Looking forward, Reginald, the trees seem to thicken. There's not much leeway or path to really follow in this direction.
Okay.
You can definitely go exploring, but it doesn't seem like this is a route.
Okay. I do not believe one such as Modaset would go bushwhacking, so to speak. Perhaps down by the cliffside would be a better option.
A better option I do not believe, but perhaps the only.
Indeed. Ballsy Leo.
Leo pushes forward. You have a better sight, in the clearing now, I suppose. Off in the distance, just laying on some rocks, seems to be a much larger beast by the waterfall itself.
God.
Just laying there, mouth agape.
Yeah, basking in the sun.
You said Nagel wasn't here.
Sick birds.
Well, should we shoot this one? If they are meant to be warding us out, I would assume that the biggest one is going to be the last one we would have to face before we gain entry to this infernal cavern.
Awesome.
It is
Sorry.
sound logic. No, it is kill the alpha. The rest will flee.
Your weapon does make quite a bit of racket.
It does. Any benefit of stealth would be gone. It may provoke the others, but they are animals. Loud noises may simply scare them unless they're compelled.
But though Modaset, as monstrous as he is not an animal. He will surely be alerted to us. Whereas alligator, if we shoot it with arrows, bolts, crocodiles do not make loud noises. They can't roar.
Yes, and I fear we would stand a better chance against the creature if we were on in the water. Folk would
Could you repeat
benefit
all that?
us.
Yeah, you're having a lot of
Everything
cutout
you said got
issues.
chopped up.
Yes, and I fear we would stand to benefit greatly if we could get it out of the water. That way, we are less prone to its, well, I guess we're out of... I forgot everything I just said, thanks.
I understand what you're saying. I have no intention at all of going into the water. When we have spells and ranged weapons to bring it down from afar.
Exactly. In worst case area, I fear we can provoke onto land if we shoot it.
I would prefer to keep it down there in the water and shoot it from afar than have it come up here with us.
No traps trigger as you do your little pat downs.
Alright. We can all clearly see this creature.
Oh yeah, this is quite a large beast, just basking in all its glory, you know?
Sorry, I just have to ask. When you say large, do you mean size large or just larger than the rest?
Both.
Like, is this a giant crocodile?
It's definitely a very large crocodile.
Well, what say you? Shall we attempt to lure it to the ground or kill it where it lies?
Oh, I'd love to kill it where it lies. Do any of us, aside from myself and Master Marcus here, have ranged weapons?
I am a longbow.
Abandon yourself.
I can throw my dagger at it.
Save your dagger.
And Nagel has javelins.
Oh, nice.
Marcus would root around in his backpack a bit and... Guardsman, are you familiar with how to use one of these? And he shows him a light crossbow.
I can say that I'm familiar with the weapon, but range isn't exactly my specialty.
If you give him the crossbow, you use Marcus.
Well, I was going to let you all take care of it. You won't want me to make any noise. I certainly know I could ruin this creature if I shoot it with this. But I would rather sit back and hold my shot in reserve in case these things do anything unexpected.
Okay, Reggie looks over at the waterfall, this area.
Yep.
Is there like a path that leads up?
Oh yeah, so it's sort of like a slope, you know, coming up.
Okay.
And then up here is rocks, like large, going up, where waterfall seems to be coming down from.
Nagel, Leo, I'll need you two up front, up here. In case it does manage to make its way towards us.
Yeah. Does anyone want to take control of Nagel? Or...
I don't mind, I'm pretty familiar with barbarians.
Okay.
So I did Kothar last time. Does anyone else want to play a second PC?
You're familiar with the barbarians, you got it.
Yeah, have familiarity.
Alrighty.
You should be able to control him there, yeah?
Control him, but not the sheet.
There you go.
Thank you, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, and Bandon takes the crossbow and begins to load it up. He fumbles with it for a bit, trying to remember how this is done.
I'll give him some quick coaching. This, you use the crank there, okay? The bolt loaded in.
Stop. Come on. Don't.
Just look at it. There you are. See?
Yeah. See, I didn't need you, but I appreciate the help.
Don't patronize one another. Well, are you quite prepared?
Yeah. He begins to aim his sights down at the crocodile. I suppose I'm ready when you are.
Reginald, give the word.
Is there range? Let's go here. Just not a javelin. Sorry, one sec. Whatever, I think javelins are better. Okay, well, gentlemen, on our marks, get set, and go.
So okay, so you all take a shot at it at one go.
Yeah.
And after that, I'm gonna want you guys to roll initiative.
Alright, free attack. God, Nagel's fucking stats, though. Does a 13 hit? He's gonna throw a spear.
13
Nagel.
does not.
Okay.
Wow. Ow.
Ouch. Oh, that max damage on a toll.
That's a pretty solid toll to bell. Let's see how
Dick
wise
like-
this gator is.
I was gonna ace it.
One sec. Yeah. Was that wisdom save? Yeah.
Yeah.
6.
Oh, man.
That should also be hidden. So let me change that.
What's he have to hide from us?
Ooh.
The stats.
Teleporting crocodile.
Initiative.
You think I'm joking?
So yeah. And Bannon takes his shot.
God, Nagel.
Right. So the bell tolls, and a lot of your shots go far and wide, hit the water or rock. Bannon's aim is true, apparently. Goes right into the croc's mouth. So 18. 18 total damage. Let me put some nice little music on.
Nice. For whom the bell tolls. And copyright.
Alright, the
assuming-
beast sort of lets out a nice gurgling sound, and its head snaps towards your direction. And it begins to make its move, but Leo, you are acting first.
Okay. Since we still have ranges in there now, I would assume he's at the bottom of the waterfall, correct?
What do you mean? He's not like submerged in the water. He's sort of on top of some rocks. But he's by the base of the waterfall, yes.
Okay, I'm having a difficult time discerning. He's down at the bottom though, on some rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on some rocks. He's not in the water. He doesn't have any cover.
Shooting.
Nice.
22 hits.
Nice.
Not as nice, but
Better than nothing.
Yeah, so your longbow, you swing back, pull back, let loose a bow, hits him right in his scales. Bannon's up. This is a crossbow, right?
Yeah, he only gets one attack around.
Yeah.
It's a light
He
crossbow.
loads up another bolt, takes another attack. And this time it misses. Ah, fuck. And he sort of mutters under his breath. Begins to load another bolt. Reggie.
He's gonna hit him again with a toll. Ah! It's that 1d12, man.
Ooh, 18.
Oh my gosh.
You are wise, child, but I am beyond wisdom.
That was supposed to be whispered, but either way.
So,
Your bell tolls, but nothing happens.
Unmodified too, he just banged on you, Jesus.
Yeah. Da-dun, da-dun,
I've got another character with
da-dun.
a 22 DC. It's really weird seeing a +5 or a 15.
Marcus?
I'm just gonna line up a shot in case this starts getting really out of hand real fast on the big gator. Actually, scratch that. I want to do a perception to see if the other alligators have reacted to this at all, because that would be cause for concern. So I'm actually gonna do that.
With a 12, you take a quick look around. The other gators seem to be minding their own business. You can see some ripples in the water, however.
Ripples. Describe ripples.
I mean, as opposed to the normal flow of the river downstream.
Is it going hard against the stream coming this way, or?
Let's see, with a 12? You definitely notice some poking in and out at different spots, but you can't exactly determine the direction.
Be wary. They may have been alerted to our presence.
Noted, thank you. It's not too worried about it because there's only really one way they can come from.
And then, that's it for you, huh? Hello?
Yep, that's it for me.
Cool. So he dives in the water and is easily able to swim all the way up to land, really. And begins to climb out.
Oh my god.
Oh, gods.
And then it's going to use its action to move further as it approaches both of you. It gets right up in front of you, begins to open its jaw, but that's it for it. Nagel?
Alrighty, knowing what's coming next.
Run for your life.
It's gonna rage.
I would like to rage.
And he's going to hit it hard.
No, he's not.
Nagel, he pulls out his greatsword. It just so happens to have a sheath still attached to it and whacks it on the head and doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh, no, damn it.
Leo?
Oh boy. Okay, is it a free action to throw my bow down and break my great axe out?
Yeah, you can drop a weapon and then use your other one.
Okay. So I am definitely out and swinging with hopefully the utmost authority. God damn it! What the hell happened? My great axe is broken. Let's try this again. Here we go.
Yep, 15 hits.
Do we have advantage on it?
No, you're not
Nagel?
flanking.
Big. It's huge. You're not
Okay.
really flanking it either.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice hit.
And I'd also like to use my axe swing again. If that's okay.
I can't hear
Action
you.
surge.
I would also like to use my action surge and swing again.
Yeah, go for it.
Have we had a long rest?
Nice.
Exactly.
Holy
Is that gonna-
shit!
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, crit doesn't hit.
Oh!
Same amount. No, it's 17, okay. Yeah, you take two big old swings with your great axe. You cut into its scales, you pull some flesh out, it's now missing the scale on its back.
A scale?
A
Gods. Okay. Can I also take a step back?
You can, however, you choosing
I'm
to do
just
so?
messing.
That'll be a
No.
that'll be an attack of opportunity.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that. I was just messing. 'Cause it's hard enough. I'm sure he's gonna. All right, I am done.
Bannon gets really excited from seeing the beast up close and blood start flying, so he tosses his crossbow to the side and begins to charge forward, drawing his scimitar.
Does he toss it in the water?
No.
Is this
He
an
tosses
all-
it towards the direction of the water, but it gets caught in a rock before it falls.
Marcus just shakes his head.
And charges forth. Takes 2 swings with
Gonna-
his scimitar and 1 swing with his dagger. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. The first swing of scimitar, he comes down on the beast's eye, does 8 damage. The second scimitar swing comes down, crits for 5, and the dagger comes down and crits for 6.
Wow. That's
2
bad,
crits.
ladies and gentlemen.
You can show Bannon's really, really excited. You've never seen him so happy.
Wow.
And, okay. Now then, from the water, Marcus, you see this because you're already looking in that general area where ripples have been coming from. Out pokes a head, and then suddenly, towards Bannon,
What?
a harpoon is thrown straight at him. Hits him, and begins to reel him back.
Oh no!
Ooh, for 13 damage, Bannon is hit in the back of his back, like, square, and then he gets yanked back and falls into the water. Yeah, he was so excited at his attack, distracted, really. He let his guard down and gets pulled down.
Oh,
He's bleeding out now.
Oh shit.
You can hear the splash in the water.
That's not good.
And then another one.
What?
Oh no!
Pokes his head out, but instead of throwing a harpoon, it takes a nice little bite at him. And then a claw swipe. The bite sinks into his neck, dealing 6. You can hear Ben screaming now. And then Reginald, you're up. You can hear him in pain from
I
down
saw
there.
him get dragged away. Oh man.
What are you up to, Reggie?
He's going to... Yeah, he's going to, focus on the one with the harpoon.
Okay.
For 8 damage.
Your 3 magic missiles make contact with the creature in the water. Its attention is now on you as it takes 8 damage.
Alright, Marcus. Time to bust out the big guns. Bring the harpoon down.
Oh! Now I should fire my weapon. Very well. Walk forward, line up a nice shot. Actually, I won't walk forward because then I have to use my bonus action to reload. So I'll stand there, line up a nice shot at the harpooner. Obviously quite taken aback. Good heavens. Let's see what happens. Oh my god.
Ooh, does something terrible happen when you jam?
Oh,
It doesn't state.
boy.
This ain't 40k. Get out of here.
I know the gunslinger class has like jamming effects. Okay, you go and line up your shot, and you fire, and you don't hear anything. You click again, you don't hear anything. And you spend this round attempting to repair your weapon.
God damn it. Bad powder.
Now the beast is gonna take a nice old bite at Nagel.
It's probably gonna hit.
18 to hit,
Oh yeah.
and he is grappled.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And then it takes a swipe of its tail at Leo.
Man, get out of here with
26
that
to
shit.
hit. Oh, by the way, Nagel took 27 piercing damage? That doesn't sound right.
If it's what I think it is, then that's right.
Oh,
But
it is.
because he's raging, halves that.
Yeah.
Lucky man.
26
And
to
then,
hit.
26 to hit, and you gotta take a strength save for being knocked prone.
Wow.
I think I've overcome. Okay, so
What?
he hits.
Yeah, the attack did 12 bludgeoning damage.
Holy fuck.
I don't fuck around.
I mean, holy crap.
That's it for the croc. Nagel, who's currently grappled and raging.
Alright. Nagel is going to, as it's already fucking hit him, he's gonna frenzy. Wait, that's not what I wanted. That's what it is, reckless. He's gonna reckless.
You gotta break out of grapple first, don't you?
You can make a melee attack while
Oh,
grappling.
oh well.
Oh yeah, 16?
16 hits.
Nice. For 12 slashing damage.
Oh yeah. The creature's looking nice and bruised now. Leo?
Leo, obviously having just been hit by the tail and having just got done swinging his axe. So basically he swung left and he swung right, and as he's getting hit by the tail, he's gonna come back up toward this thing's tail, I suppose. What the hell? Did that
Gonna
roll?
Get him some tail. Not yet. There you go.
Yeah, 24 hits.
Oh, there, yeah, it
16
rolled
hits.
twice. Yeah, no, sorry, I only wanted the one. It didn't, it was like it lagged or something, so okay.
Either way. They both would
Alright.
have
Take
hit.
the 24. Big money.
Nice.
11. You're going for the tail?
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to take off a little bit of its tail. Not too much. Nice little chunk of flesh goes flying off.
And damnable creature. And that's gonna be his turn.
Bannon, as he's being dragged under, attempts to turn around, tries to swipe at the harpoon's neck. Is unable to hit the first attack. Second attack lands. He does 4 damage. And then he's just flailing about now, really. The last one doesn't hit. So he did 4 damage to the beast that's currently reeling him in.
Nice.
Let me adjust the turn order. Arrows are above you.
There you go.
You didn't hear that. Right, it doesn't like that. It's going to take a couple swipes at him. And by a couple, I mean 1 swipe and 1 bite. Both hit.
Damn, guys.
Bye, Bannon.
17. Bandit is beginning to lose consciousness, but he's pulling through. and sees in a lot of pain. The other one, seeing the threat that you guys pose with the high ground that you have, attempts to harpoon. Who's closest to the edge? Probably Leo.
Aye.
Harpoon comes flying at you. Ooh. And it embeds itself right in the rock below you and it gets stuck.
Wonder if he failed.
Leo just looks down. Ah!
Actually, it gets stuck right next to you, within your reach, by the way. I'll put that one out there. And there's a rope attached to it.
Okay.
Mitchell, you're up.
Okay, Mitchell opens Reggie's speed. Yeah, Reggie's, he's gonna toll the guy that is, grappling
Okay.
for 11 on a failed save.
Yeah, 11 necrotic damage. Bells chime once more. His toll is being told. I know. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, he'll move a bit further back to try and take some cover.
Gotcha. Marcus, you managed to figure out what was wrong with your shot?
Alright, I think I've recalibrated now. Hold on, guardsman.
Nope.
You definitely managed to recalibrate. However, your sights were still off. You forgot to really pay attention to that. You're so focused on it not firing that it goes wide and hits the rock side.
Oh,
This is a very loud weapon, right?
yes. God damn it.
Ghost.
Use my... Oh yeah, it is. Use my bonus action to reload and just drop my move to a bonus, I guess. And then reload. God damn it! This infernal machine is acting up today.
And the giant crocodile still has you grappled, right? So it can't bite. However, it will take a swing with its tail at Leo. 23 to hit. Strength
Jeez.
save.
Jesus Christ, bananas.
DC 16, so you pass.
What
But
DC
you
16?
take 12 bludgeoning damage again. Was it 12 last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Consistency is key.
Fuck are you doing to me?
It's like your level up bonus and hit points and damage.
And it can't take a bite, so that's it for it. Actually, it's gonna attempt to move back into the water while grappling Nagel. Which does give you an attack of opportunity.
And Leo seeing this and wing and does not do anything.
Nah, it's just too wily, too quick for you.
Hacks the fuck out of the ground.
Yeah. It manages to bring Nagel to the water. Just barely.
Oh no! Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're not doing
Damn.
so good.
No.
We got 2 encounters going on right now.
Nagel?
Alright, Nagel is still absolutely furious and will still attempt to attack while recklessly. For a 17, I assume it's disadvantage because he's underwater or something?
No. He's
Okay.
at the water. He's like at the brink of it. He's not dunked under or anything.
Okay.
Ooh, 15?
It's like, he's got him by like, I imagine he's gone by the torso. It's a fucking huge crocodile. I imagine he's just stabbing it into the side. A whole like 3, 4, 5 foot worth of blade just goes inside of it.
It lets out a... blood starts coming forth from its mouth. It looks like it's on its death throes. Leo, there's a harpoon by your feet. There's a giant croc dragging your buddy. Bannon is literally almost dead. And Marcus has just been shooting blanks.
With a quick assessment, how deep this water is.
It's shallow over here and it gets deeper and deeper. Let's see. Give me a quick perception roll. It won't be an action. Check that out, but
Jesus Christ.
you can tell it's at least deep enough where that thing can submerge itself, but you can't tell anything beyond that.
Oh boy. Sorry, I'm gonna have to use second wind.
Didn't you?
It's okay.
No, I used
use
action
surge, right.
accent surge. Yeah. I can't see what that is.
7?
I've got a total of 7.
Yep.
Hang on. Okay, I gotta reset my my roll 20 real quick.
Okay.
But I think that's gonna be it.
That's a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Is he is this gator still within reach?
No,
5.
you'd have to run down the side and then... So 5, 10,
Or you
15,
could
you
jump.
probably have to do like 20 movement. Or jump. You can do a jumping attack.
If I mean,
Do it for the video.
the shallow. That would put me in the shallow water.
You would.
Okay.
Unless you jump on the gator.
That'd be
Not
badass.
Would it be badass? Because I think it would be suicide.
Not if you
Aren't
kill
those
it.
synonymous?
Okay, fuck. I'm with a swinging my axe down toward its, I guess, toward its middle back.
Nice.
I can't hit the roll for the damage. It won't let me. So hang on. I see if I can drew it from the table.
Yeah,
Nope, it won't let me do it.
what's your strength, by the way?
There. My strength,
Yeah.
Looks like
18.
it's 18.
Yeah, you can easily make the jump. You go flying through the air, you bring your axe down right on its head. Or where do you want to hit it? It's going down right now.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like the upper back toward its neck area.
Oh yeah. Your great axe goes right, not through it. You're not able to decapitate the beast, but you definitely sever it a bit. Its jaw unclenches, nail is released, and it sort of just flops around in the water.
Nice.
And so as yeah, as Leo is jumping off this ledge here, he just an esque roar, and as you said, he drives his axe straight down, and it obviously kills this gator. And am I able to help Naggle to his feet or a turn?
You're all actioned out from that.
Alright, okay. Go ahead, and then I'm going to go ahead and reset my roll 20.
Okay. Bannon is panicking now. He's just gonna swing wildly. Which one is it? Let's see. Ooh, lands all 3. Let's see, what is that? 22, 22. He swings so wildly and so ferociously that he's able to slay the creature as trying to drag him under. And he surfaces. He goes under for a second, he comes up, and he starts trying to swim away, but he can't really.
Nice.
The other creature is gonna capitalize on his flailing around in the water and take a bite out of him. Actually, yeah, it lets go of the rope that's attached to it. And it's now dangling in the water, drifting down. He's gonna take a bite. and then a swipe. The bite misses. The swipe hits him, and Bannon, his head goes underwater and he begins to float off towards the rocks.
Damn it, Bannon,
Reggie.
Supposed to be badass. Is Bannon unconscious?
His head, he's sort of doing a dead man's float, and he's being dragged away by the current.
Alright, Reggie's gonna curse under his breath. He's gonna he's gonna pull out some rope. He's gonna tie it to a branch or something that's nearby. He's gonna jump in the water.
What?
He's fucking Looney Tunes.
He's going to try and grapple the unconscious creature. Is there a check for that?
Just give me... I'll give you what? Give me an athletics or an acrobatics, whichever you want to justify, to do all this at once, you know?
Sure. 12?
With that, you tie a rope, you tie it around yourself, you make a nice jump. Maybe you do a flip, you know, maybe a nice little, you're trying to
It's the
show
flip.
off here.
It's the flip that makes it acrobatics.
You land in the water, and you're able to grab the back of his cloak before he's dragged off any further. And but it's tugging against you, you know? So, yeah.
Damn it. Bannon, come on! I figure he's used, like, movement, bonus action.
Yeah, that's
action
it
to
for
do
you. Unless you have any, yeah.
that.
So right now you're just maintaining your grip on Bannon.
Yeah.
Marcus, you see your elf bro just do a dive off a cliff.
Reginald, you mad bastard! And I'm gonna look down there and... Oh boy. Okay, let's see what I got to do something about this. Okay, here's what we're going with. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Reginald. And it will last for 1 minute. So Marcus sees his friend jump down, and using some infused magic he's learned from all his tinkering and cantankering. It's basically become part of him at this point. Messing with magical materials will do that. It will fling, I guess it'd be a bowl, like some light comes out around and surrounds him. I'm not really sure how that looks, but you're glowing now, Reginald, with the power of Sanctuary.
Nice, that's awesome.
It's a bonus action, right?
Yep.
I still get to make an attack then?
You can.
yes.
You won't be able to
You
reload.
just can't cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
So just takes a
Could
bonus
I
reload,
drop a
right?
move to reload? Or is that not how that works for bonuses?
No.
Oh, okay. That's fine. So after doing that, I'll see that there's still one merman, or whatever this thing is, this vile river creature, likely swimming towards Reginald, and not saying anything coy or anything like that, just trying to actually get the job done. Give me
Nice.
my money. Okay.
Some change.
Yeah, you take a shot, finally hitting your mark. You hit the creature towards its tail, and it sort of swivels around in the water. It looks like the damage done, and then looks at you. Nagel, you're up.
Alrighty, finally released from this bloody creature. He sees over there another target through the red haze of rage. He climbs on top of the alligator, or crocodile, or whatever it is. And he, with the two sword in his hand, he points at it, "Fuck you!" and jumps to attack it,
Okay.
swinging recklessly. For a 20.
That hits.
For 9.
Yeah. So in your fury, after you have a couple like bite marks in your shoulder, really all around your body, really. You ignore all of that, the pain, the bleeding. You jump up and you bring your great sword and all your rage through the creature's back as it swivels around in the water, and it goes through its chest and it goes limp.
Oh, damn. He Superman dives the greatsword straight fucking through it.
Leo, you're up.
Is
Is
all I'm
what?
seeing? This is all I'm seeing is right here. That's dead.
Yep.
Okay.
Currently have 2 companions who are attached to rope, being
Mhm.
dragged away by water. Some crocodiles in the distance that you know about.
Yeah, I don't really want to go and stir those crocodilians up. I will go. Can't. There he is. Snatch up. Snatch up Reggie here and attempt to cut him free.
You're gonna cut him free.
No fool!
Well, I'm not sure what's going on up here because I've been working down here with this giant fucking crocodile that you're like, get in front of me.
Totally. You see the rope leads up, though.
So Leo goes for swims through water and attempts to cut the rope. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that won't require a roll to hit. It's an inanimate object, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to snap the rope.
There you are, my friend.
And then what do you do is he starts to float away.
Quickly, you see Reginald and Bannon are beginning to pull towards.
Leo grabbed him.
Yeah, I snatched him up and cut the rope. That's what I was.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that first part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not just
I'm like,
trying to kill you. He's just-
What? Did I
No,
shit
yeah,
his Cheerios or something?
Yeah. Do I have to make like a strength check? Maybe to
I'll
pull
tell you
him
what,
up?
yeah, make an athletics and we'll see.
Oops.
Fair
Sorry.
enough.
Okay,
Same thing.
athletics.
Same thing.
It's the same.
With your massive size and strength, you manage to pull Reginald, who's pulling on Bannon, who's literally drowning.
And a hole in the bottom of the sea.
Eventually, you're able to pull him back to shallow waters.
I've got you. Never you worry.
Well done. Well done indeed. Let's get this man on dry land.
This creature here is a mighty beast. Do you?
It wasn't that tough. Kicks it.
I'm not overly concerned about how tough it was this time around. I do fear if there are necrotic powers about us that it could possibly be reanimated. Yes?
This'll take care of that. And he goes down and he kicks the creature into the current downstream.
Yeah, it starts floating a bit, it gets snagged on something, and then you see it sort of like moving towards the direction of the water.
Yeah, can't animate something that's not there.
You guys can hear gurgling and water coming out of an unconscious Bannon.
You still live, Bannon.
Unfortunately, he's no longer conscious. Rachel will attempt to stabilize him if he's not already.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome there, bud.
He really appreciates that, I'm assuming.
I imagine he would.
Give me your medicine check.
Natural 19. Or
Yeah.
19
You perform some basic CPR, he coughs out the rest of the water. He still lays there.
Master Artificer, I don't suppose you have any potions on you, would you?
Oh, no need for that. Sort of. Pardon me. It's trying to get some space through.
Aye.
Oh, sorry about that.
He rubs his hands together and puts them on Bannon's forehead.
Nice.
Yeah, you give him a nice little temple massage, and there's a little light coming from your hands. Bannon shoots up from where he was laying, begins to cough out more water. His voice is even more graggly because he swallowed so much. He's screaming, looking around for his weapons.
Bannon, you're okay.
What? What was that?
Some sort of mer creature. I did not expect them in the slightest. But they're taken care of.
He lays down. He needs a minute to catch his breath.
I agree with that statement. How are the rest of you looking?
No, my sentiments as well.
Very well. I shall... We should take a breather then. Vote for a short rest. That was a fucker of an encounter for you guys.
Not me.
I second that.
Cheers to the frontline fighters. I'm okay, but I could take a rest, I guess.
Well, I would say, is anyone hungry, but my dear just pushed it into the river.
Hey, I was worried about necromancy.
Could have simply
look at me.
chopped chopped its head off.
Oh, come on. You want me to think about this stuff?
Very well, have it your way. Think not. Swing. Just swing.
You know me, brother. He takes some ale and drinks it, I guess.
Oh, did Hulk Hogan?
Right? I just gotta talk with my neck to my chest and I think I've got it right. Alrighty. Demi, good sir.
Yep.
I believe we would like to take a short rest.
Everyone agrees. Marcus, you down for that too?
Yeah, I need to adjust this gun.
Alright. Short rest is what you guys are taking.
Yeah, Regilian used his wizard thing to get back some spell slots. I never actually added it to my sheet. It's called Arcane Recovery.
How long you guys gonna be doing this? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3?
Just 1 hour. With 1 hour we can spend all the hit dice we want. And fighters get their stuff back. Barbarians get rage.
Correct.
Now you will spend 2.
Yeah, as you guys gather around by the side of the cliff and the waterfall, listening to it. You recover, maybe eat some jerky, tend to your light wounds or heavy wounds, depending on who you are. The time flies by, and a lot of you are feeling a bit better about yourselves right now. Well,
Is Ben looking back up to snuff?
Ben is looking up to something. He's
You
definitely
can
seen
spend more
better
than one, by
days.
the way. You can spend up to how many every hit dice he has. Like if Reggie, for the love of God, took some fucking damage, he could spend like all 4. Alright, Leo, your hit points.
What?
Your rolls are cursed for this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah,
Just got all the spell slots.
it only took 4 rolls.
It's okay.
I had to I had to use my second wind as well before.
Alright. Let us carry on. Reggie will investigate the waterfall looking for an entrance. I imagine if he goes up to the waterfall, is there one?
As you step from stone to stone, you peer around a waterfall. Give me an investigation.
Sure.
Water comes heavy on you, tries to force you off as well, but you're focusing.
22.
Yeah, you're easily able to see that behind the water seems to be an opening that leads further into something, a cave perhaps.
Well, gentlemen, let's hope the water took all the sound away, because... Sorry, I said that fucking weirdly. I hope the water absorbed the sound, because there's a cave beneath, on the other side. Raging enters the cave.
Oh, doubtful, but I suppose we will see.
Oh yeah, the group follows suit.
There
They'll
are
make
no
your way.
friends on the other side.
Marcus will cover his cannon in the cloth as he passes through the waterfall. Absorbs some of the
Marcus,
water.
did you ever pick up your crossbow again?
Oh. Damn it! Sprint back and grab that and hand wave it.
Yeah, you're able to find it again and just copy paste. Where'd you go, Leo? I don't
It's
know.
a pretty big map there.
You guys step through the water and you come out on the other side. There's water coming in this direction too, leading down.
Leo's just gonna take a break on this one.
Leo just pieces out.
Kind of looking around in here to... Is this well lit, dark, or how does this look?
Oh, it's very dark in here. Reginald can see. Everyone
Come along,
else.
gentlemen.
Sir Reginald, that torch, do you still have it?
Indeed I do. I still have 6 of them. He hands you it.
And again, Leo just kind of holds the end out. Would you mind?
Do you swing with 2 hands or 1 hand?
I have my meaty grasp, so I can swing my 2-handed weapon with 1 hand.
Okay. What do you have in the other hand?
Mm.
Usually a pint.
Oh no!
This torch is what he has in his other hand.
I was wondering if you had a shield or something.
Nope. Torch.
Okay, awesome.
The water, sorry, the water comes up about
Nice.
waist height for Reginald, Bannon, and Marcus. For the other two, it's about their knees.
Scowls as his clothing gets wet.
You can get new clothing.
As you proceed further
Around here.
down, you can see the water gets deeper and deeper.
We should attempt to get onto dry land. I would not wish to be wasted deep. What were those creatures we saw outside? And I don't mean the crocodiles.
Indeed.
Are we able to,
What's
get
over here?
Yeah, right now you're leaning against the wall, and with your torch, you're lighting up more of the way.
So are we able to get up on there?
Yeah, easily enough.
Reggie will turn to give a hand to the people as they come up. Very good.
Marcus makes sure his goggles are attached securely, taps a few buttons on the side to make them flicker on.
Yeah. The
Reggie
root,
will
the
draw his
cave
short sword.
glows green for you now.
Best item ever.
Reggie draws short sword and dagger. An odd choice for a wizard. And I assume these here are cave walls?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Reggie will be the scout. He can see 60 feet down.
You can. So for you, right? Let me give you... wish I had the other thing, but whatever. Towards the north of you, right? There seems to be like a bioluminescent that everyone can see. It's a nice purple or violet. Mushrooms or some sort of growing out that way. You personally can see down. There's another corridor this way. There's another corridor that way.
Is this all worked stone, or is it all like a natural cavern?
It seems to be... What do you mean? What are you trying to...
Like,
Is it
this
man-made
like,
paths?
Man-made. I figure I should roll.
Maybe like an insight, maybe?
His investigation?
I wouldn't say investigation. You have to have some sort of knowledge. Maybe if you have masonry knowledge, like the dwarves or whatever.
Yeah, for dwarves they use history. Let me use history.
Yeah, for sure.
16.
16? With
It's a
that,
weird
you're
one.
able to tell the history of stone.
Right?
For the most part, it seems to be natural, but every now and then it looks like someone put in some extra effort into digging it up.
Like to clear a troublesome corridor or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Things are moved aside or taken down.
though the entire place is natural, it has been worked with by tools of some sort. I would like to check out the area to the north to ensure there's nothing coming at us from behind. Nagel, would you mind? That's what you pay me for.
Ooh, okay. Well, if you could just stop right there.
Of course.
As you guys approach forward towards the purple, the violet lights, a loud, very obnoxious screeching sound blasts forth and fills the cave and echoes and bounces off the walls.
Oh shit. Initiative, or can we take actions?
You're not in initiative. Actually, yeah, let's bring up that initiative table.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Nice. Boom, baby. Yeah, it didn't show up. No. There we go.
So like I said, right now there's a loud screeching sound filling the cave and bouncing off the walls. Oh, shit. Yeah, my bad. Forgot about Bannon. Is that 12? 12.
I like that the range support gets an 8.
I mean, sometimes you just can't get
Look
lucky.
at us, it's like, the last digit says 28828. I love it.
Alright, Reggie.
I'm just gonna try and shut this creature the fuck up. Oh my god. He just points in this direction and attempts to, he definitely starts corroding it. God almighty, oh my god.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Look at that.
the mushroom being begins to wither away a bit, and slowly it stops. The sound stops echoing. Your ears are all ringing right now.
Alright. Something is coming. Be ready. And he'll take position here so he can get, the most advantage from his range, or his, sight. See if anything approaches.
Hearing that and deferring to Reginald's inkling, Marcus will scoot his way over. Take up position next to the rocks here so he has a clear firing line on the other two sides.
Are we still in initiative?
You are.
Oh,
Easy there.
alright, well then I won't. Thought we were done.
Ghost.
Right.
Accent of turn and is smited by the gods. Something's coming, you say? Okay. He'll, walk out in front.
Yep, Leo.
Yeah, he's also gonna move up front here. Maybe take an extra step there.
Yeah, Bannon just charges forward next to you guys and pulls out his scimitar. Leans against the wall, sort of hides against it. Now you can do your thing, Ghost. As I do some other stuff.
Like kill you guys.
Just ready,
Something, meteor swarm, something.
I was ready an attack action as well.
Yeah.
First thing that I see that's not us.
Your muscles tense as you all wait for something to come. Leo, Nagel, Reggie. Actually, fuck it. All you just give me your perception checks.
13. Nice. Leo rocking it.
Okay.
Dangle.
Now, Leo, which corridor are you most focused on? You know, are you swinging your head wildly back and forth or what?
Well, that's what I was trying to... I made a roll earlier. I didn't want to talk over you. I was trying to sniff around to see if I could pick anything up when I was standing someplace in this area here.
Well, there's multiple scents coming from here. The dampness, the water that's running. The mushrooms have an odd sense about them, you know? Scent.
Okay. But Reggie, there was something going on. Is that correct?
Sorry?
Something must be coming. Like,
Yeah,
you're saying that because of the loud noise.
Yeah, Reginald indicated that there was something going on over here, potentially.
Oh no, he just moved there so he could see both directions.
Oh, okay. Okay. In that case, yeah. So then I'm trying to not necessarily focus my attention in any one direction, but clearly this I can see this way better, seeing farther this way. So
Yeah, alright. So we're good. After a brief moment, nothing appears to be happening. You can hear, off in the distance, Leo actually, you hear clanking. Something's hitting stone towards the north. You can hear that. You can hear movement towards your south. Some sort of, something heavy, like loud stomps.
okay. I'm assuming most of everybody can hear us because
Marcus, you hear everything Leo can hear. Reginald's too focused. He's too wired in, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess Leo's gonna just relay that info, or make sure that these two here know what's happening. Does Bannon have to make a roll as well?
Bannon's just playing along with you guys. He's in an injured state. He's just focused on combat.
Okay. So yeah, you said from the north there was clanging.
So coming down this corridor, you can hear clanging, something hitting stone. From down here, somewhere you can hear something heavy thumping. And of course you can hear the water behind you as it flows.
Okay. So Leo just turns and says, "Up this way I hear, perhaps chiseling upon. This way there's a loud drumming noise. It's a deep bang. I'm not sure what to make of it."
Well heard.
But it appears as though both corridors contain life of some sort. Or unlife.
Yes. Well, we're in an excellent position to see both.
Do you recommend we hold our ground here?
I would.
Because I do not think that if we are pushed, we don't know what is in those waters. And I have no idea what this is up in here.
Indeed. So, which way do you wish to go? Because wherever we go, there will be something behind us and in front of us.
Yes, perhaps only behind and in front of. But at this particular junction, we are prone in through.
I see. Very well.
At least 3 directions. Again, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, those lights are coming from that. It's just a bunch of glowing mushrooms, foliage coming out from the walls.
As a player, I can see this. Can
Yeah.
you see this?
You can see that. You can... There's enough light that most of you can see that far.
Bioluminescent algae or mushroom.
Indeed. Very well. To the northwest.
Yeah, that would.
As Reggie walks that way, he's gonna hit this thing with a Toll the Dead. He doesn't want it alerting anything else. Oh my god.
Too bad.
Look at that. It has a it's a natural 20. Oh, that's almost worth it. Stubborn creature. He'll move a bit further. He still has a bit of movement left. What have we got up here?
Let's see, yeah. Give me 60.
Sure.
I just want to see how far I can see. I mean, there's some rocks in the way, right? It's a little curved.
Sure. He'll end his turn there then.
Alright. Nagel's up.
Alright, whatever you say.
A
Leo.
bit further.
As you go this way, the clanging becomes louder and louder.
Okay, Leo is going to move into this area. Can I make another perception check?
Sure. What are you looking for, though?
Just trying to see if I am able to discern if the clang is coming from like here, or if I can tell if it's bending around this corner, or...
Yeah, with an 11, it's just echoing, reverberating. So when it gets around the middle, like that little intersection, it's hard to tell. It's bouncing from wall to wall.
Okay. And I'm going to say that in my turn there.
Bannon decides to go over to this other wall and prepare to attack anything that comes through. Yeah, Marcus, take your turn.
I'm just gonna move here, still ready in action. Fire. Looking ahead this
Okay.
way.
Back to you, Reggie.
Okay. He'll move a bit forward.
Yep.
He has a good view up top. Yeah, he'll stay there while he can see, and then he might move a bit more after.
Alright, so there are actually torches towards the north path, and you can see people.
I see. People.
They, my bad, let me reveal that. They appear to be holding pickaxes and are digging towards the wall and making more room.
Do I see the church member?
You can see someone in robes just whittling away at the walls.
Does this match the thumping sound?
No,
Or
this
the
is
clanging sound?
just a clanging, yeah. You can see that the clanging now is them with pickaxes going in the rock, breaking stuff.
Richie's gonna stealth. He's
Okay.
gonna take an action to make a stealth check.
Go for it.
21.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes close to the wall. He saw what he saw there. He'll take a peek around the corner into here.
Yeah, in this room there appear to be more supplies, mining materials, and some sort of plant growing, or not growing, in pots on the opposite end. There's some kegs, some wine, maybe. It seems to be general goods and supplies.
Richie will look back at the people and make a motion with his hand and he'll point that direction. He'll take up this space, but he's back against the wall, looking here, looking there.
Okay.
And that's where Linda's turn.
And then Nagel takes his turn. We can end the turn order for now. I've done what I needed.
Okay.
Yeah, we're no longer in turn order. Marcus, feel free to act.
Um,
there's 4 of them. I guess I'll just go back to the group so they're not in turn order.
Okay.
Gentlemen, it appears there are 4 laborers of such up ahead. One of them is wearing robes. It reminds me of a clergyman, perhaps. Do we smell any, like, stench? Like, are these, Actually, I'm going to investigate further. With his massive stealth score. He'll go up to here. Are these, undead great beings? Like, do they give off a massive stench?
No, even from here you can tell they're alive, although their motions seem rigid and forced, and a lot of them look emaciated. Emaciated? Goddamn.
Yeah. That boulder over there. Does that look like it could be used to tumble back down at us?
No, it's just another rock that they seem to be digging into.
Alright. I believe these people's wills have been dominated. Their movements are very rigid. I say we should avoid them for now. I don't
what
need
do
to
you
get
suppose? What do you suppose they're doing down here?
Probably furthering Modaset's goals, or whoever Modaset's master is.
How far can we see with a torch? Because are they gonna notice that?
There are
They have
torches
lights
in
of
there.
their own.
Okay, so then it won't necessarily notice if their focus or their attention is drawn this way.
I'm going to have
Oh.
a look in the room across.
Did you get that stealth roll, Demi?
14.
Is that good enough?
You definitely think you're stealthy.
Yep, you always think you're stealthy.
Perfect. Okay.
If you're a 1.
Alright. I'm gonna actually make my way over to that cavern, or that separate corridor as well.
Okay.
And Reggie will have a look. He'll take a bit of stock. It'll take a minute at most. Just see
Yeah.
what he's got here.
You rummage through some crates. There's cheese, there's wine, there's bread, there are plants, there's some tools, hammers, chisels, pickaxes, rope, unlit lanterns.
He'll take the rope.
Okay.
Because he's down 1. Leo.
Yeah.
Do these tools and various goods bear like different marks of different townships? Like there is banditry at work?
I mean, there's a couple different, like, brands, you could say, but it seems to generally be the same stuff.
Okay. Is there any oil?
Yeah, there's like a little barrel full of it. You know. What are you up to, Marcus? Just chilling back there, Bannon?
No, Marcus would move up. Just kind of hang right here. Just observing these people, see if there's anything going on, any kind of conversation they're having, anything that suggests they're not being compelled. Maybe they're just sick. He's just kind of watching them, just kind of sweeping them with his weapon.
While your friends are investigating the other room, you watch them carefully. Their swings are almost in tune with each other, really. It's like a rhythm to it, you know? They take about a 5-second break after every swing will wind up. It's all very robotic, mechanical. They definitely put in some work.
No, I'm not going to do anything more than that. Just kind of sit back and kind of wait for Reginald and Leo to come back around.
Reggie's gonna take the, he says just a small barrel of oil?
Yeah.
Like a mason jar full, or something a bit bigger than that?
It's a little bit larger. A little bit, like a Well, what would be a good, maybe about 5? Was it not 5? Like 4 feet high?
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
quite considerable, like a like one of those gas canisters.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any cloth around as part of the supplies?
There's a rope and the cloth you're wearing.
I guess he'll tie the rope, or he'll open the cask, dip the rope in the oil, and he'll tie it around the entire cask, and he'll re-cork the cask. Could he do that?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
All right.
You've got oil on your hands now.
Ugh, disgusting.
Gross.
Well, Leo, we have ourselves a firebomb of sorts.
Would you like me to carry it out of here, or should we leave it? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, my bad. I said there were like plants growing out of the walls, not in pots and shit. My bad.
Okay. I
Thought that was
wouldn't
part of the
mind you
background.
holding on to it if you wouldn't mind holding on to this. Here, let me handle the torch for now.
Yeah, perhaps that's a good idea for this bomb.
Indeed. So Rachel will grab the torch, and seeing as there's now plants, he'll won't get too close. He'll have a mage hand go over there and just rustle the leaves a bit, just so they don't, if they are somehow aggressive, they don't react to him, but they react to the hand.
Oh yeah, you tenderly stroke the leaves of the plants. They purr under your touch and do what plants do and be inanimate in pots and soil.
Cops a feel.
Yeah.
Alright, he'll go up there.
Sure.
Does he know what kind of plants these are?
Give me a nature.
Nature. 15.
Some sort of lotus.
Lotus. What sort of things could these be used for?
You could probably make some sort of medicine out of it, maybe. It's a very pretty plant.
Is it a particularly rare ingredient?
Not really. Very normal occurrence in nature.
Okay. Yeah, he won't bother.
They're very showy, you know? Showy flowers.
Actually, fuck it. He'll take a sprig of it. He'll put it in the newly acquired, normal sack he got. Normal bag.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that. Gentlemen, let us proceed further down. There's
I
no
don't see that damn elf anywhere.
other elf. But no, I imagine he'd be further into the cave.
Agreed. These appear to be some sort of slaves, unfortunately.
Indeed.
Perhaps.
Marcus, I have an exquisite idea.
Yes?
Are you familiar with, fuck, what is it where you, shoot discs out of the air?
Skeet shooting?
Yeah. Actually, French, you'd have no idea what ski
Yeah,
shooting is.
I don't even think that exists.
As one may shoot in air from the sky, we have in our possession now a barrel of oil. I propose we throw this at an enemy, and you charge a firebomb on them.
I see no reason why it wouldn't work. A bit rudimentary, given the delivery mechanism, but I must tell you it is a
Sometimes.
difficult shot.
No more difficult than merfolk, I assume.
Well,
Gives a sort of laugh.
you saw how difficult that was.
If you don't feel comfortable with the shot, I could light the rope aflame and then throw then good Leo here could throw the barrel.
If it is motionless, I am sure I could manage it.
Good. And Reggie starts walking down. Nagel at his side. Alrighty, what do my elf eyes see? No, it's just a bit further down. He'll move. Actually, as Reggie walked by this area, he's gonna flick that thing off once more. May you die.
Net 20.
Right?
Nope.
There you go.
It withers away.
Annoying bastard. Alrighty. Now that Reggie's down here, does he hear the thumping?
Yeah, every now and then you'll hear a nice little...
Gentlemen, are you coming with us?
I don't know if we should keep walking down these tunnels. Maybe we should secure a path, an exit.
Well, we have
One of us should stay behind, maybe. I'm willing to volunteer if no one else will.
I think that's a solid idea. Garsman is quite injured.
Very well, Bannon.
If you
does he have
see
this
that
weapon?
elf, though, you leave him alive. I want to deal with him personally.
I'm afraid I can't promise that. But if we do end up killing him, I wouldn't mind giving him his head.
I guess beggars can't be choosers, but I want to end him. You remember that. He sort of starts stalking off.
Indeed. Leo. Oh, okay, that's right, you're gone, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. So Ben said basically, hey, we're doing all this shit. He's gonna go stand guard by the exit, secure it.
A bit more forward. I can see a bit more.
Yep. How far can you see?
60 here.
Oh my.
Oh, that's something. Want me to create a radius?
See, you can see, oh god. It's a lot of vision.
Holy shit.
Really is.
Can you take it off? It's a little distracting, sorry.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see tables and cages and beasts and creatures that are caged and supplies thrown about.
How because Reggie's holding the torch now.
Yep.
Well, yeah. 60 feet. So 30 feet normal sight, and then it gets dim for another 30 feet.
Yeah.
So it's hard to make out details. It's gray.
So we can probably see somewhat clearly out to about...
Clearly you can make out right up here. And everything else is sort of hazier, harder to tell.
Okay.
Is that area lit? I forgot to ask that.
That area is not lit.
Okay. Gentlemen, keep your wits about you. Long monsters and some sort of undead, I see.
Original
Yes.
good place for that.
It wouldn't be a bad idea, though. They are in cages.
Yes, but what's holding them there, we don't know.
Correct. How far do you think you could throw that fireball?
Demi, about how much do you think this thing weighs?
Actually, I can just pull that up.
Like, is this a gallon of oil or something?
Sure, we'll go for that. Is it like 10, right?
10 pounds, you think?
Gallon to pounds is 8. So well under 10 even.
Yeah, it's 8 and something and change.
It's 8.35.
Okay. I feel I could give it a fairly good toss, but I can't exactly guarantee anything.
Wish to move closer.
I don't think we should get too close so as to alert these creatures. Just because we can see them a little more clearly does not necessarily also see us clearly.
Hold. Reggie looks over there. Is this person dead? Do I see blood, dried blood or something?
The person appears to be holding the cage, but his skin and clothes appear to be gray? It's definitely within your range. It's odd.
The skin appears gray. Could I make some sort of check to see if this is some sort of necromancy?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe an arcana?
Go for it.
16.
Should just roll 'em, necromancy.
Yeah. You can tell that this being was once alive. Well, now he seems frozen in time. Maybe stone?
Petrified. One might say.
Yeah, one might say.
Shit.
What is it?
That man over there is turned to stone. Throw it. If he isn't petrified, he will not be harmed. Throw it at the cage in the middle. Marcus, you ready?
That one there?
I think he means the
The
snake
cage
one.
in the middle.
Okay. You want me to make some kind of strength check or something? Demi?
Yeah, sure. Give me a throw. Athletics.
Okay.
This will be loud. Mind your ears.
Yes, that's right. Never mind then. Reggie has a torch. It was a good idea.
Yeah, you're able to roll it or toss it. And the barrel shatters, oil spreads. The beast in the cage turns to you at the sound.
Reggie
The other
throws a
beams start
torch.
rattling. Leo. So yeah, as it crashes, what'd you say with the torch? Sorry?
Simultaneously, Reggie's throwing a
Right.
torch at it
Sure. Okay.
to light it ablaze. Hopefully,
Pool of
obscure
fire.
vision. Oh, I know what Monaset was doing here. That's clever.
So the fire erupts as the barrel explodes and the torch falls after it. The creature inside the cage begins to take fire damage and swiveling. It's trying to break free from it. Smoke begins to fill in the air. You can hear a scream from further in that area is like, what the hell? What's...
Can we see, or is the area obscured?
It's kind of hard to tell now that there's smoke filling the air.
If Reggie's gonna get close to the ground, is it following the typical rules of smoke? Like, is it just going out, or is it filling the entire area?
Oh no, it's not that bad.
Okay.
This cavern's quite wide, open, huge.
Yeah, if Reggie can see this creature from where he is, he'll move a bit further back, and he'll continue to he'll attack it magically, as well as burn it.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, it's burning and taking necrotic damage, and it's really having a bad time. It's sort of banging against the cage, trying to escape now.
Okay, I don't want to escape. Leo, throw javelins at it. Bring it down quickly. Reggie will cast another spell at it.
Leo will draw his bow.
That works too. Stand back though.
All the while, you're still hearing that banging sound from below.
Oh, so it wasn't coming from here.
You are unable to fire at it.
I can't. The bars.
Reggie will keep attacking it this way. Use
Okay,
the
make
Leo
another
keep
attack
rolling.
roll.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, it takes another 4, and then it slams against the cage once more. And there you go. Suddenly the cage door sort of shatters a bit. Maybe it was melted and got weak, and the creature emerges in the fire. It's trying to slither out. No legs.
This is... Can Reggie make a hunch?
Sure.
Everybody close your eyes. Do not look at this creature.
Let's open up a new initiative then.
Yeah. So Reggie will give himself the blinded condition. Disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack rolls against him at advantage.
Damn, Ghost.
Can't catch a break.
Your niche must be broken tonight.
It's working out good for this initiative set, so...
Right. Oh yeah, Nagel. There we go. Nicely
Of
done, Nagel.
course.
Yeah, so Marcus and Leo. Oh, Nagel, I guess, sorry. Yeah, Nagel's up. The creature emerges from the fire and starts rolling around the ground, slivering, putting it out.
I don't know if Nagel would do this, but as a player, I'm gonna make him.
Well,
He's
what are
gonna-
you trying to do?
Like, make him, just close his eyes and make him take the blind condition as well.
Let's put it to a vote. Do you think Nagel would do that?
Hell no.
Would he listen to Reggie?
Fuck that. That's one vote for no.
Yeah. Would either. I think he's, as soon as this happens, he's gonna drop into a blind rage. I mean...
No, I'm not closing my eyes. It's dark enough in here already.
Alrighty.
Oh, am I gonna be able to see what I'm swinging at?
He's going to go into that blind rage. He's gonna charge it. for a crit. For, wow, 21 points of damage.
The creature doesn't see it coming as it takes a sudden swing of a sword from Nagel, who's ignored your advice.
Right.
I guess I can put combat music back on. Is that it for Nagel?
Yes. Bonus action range. Yep, that's it.
Leo?
Hmm.
Oh, actually, Leo, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Where was Nagel standing? Prior to?
He was standing like
You
Right
robot
here, maybe?
really hard.
I already missed it. Leo.
I think he was standing about right there,
Did you
wasn't he?
close your eyes, Leo, or were you eyes open?
No, he said close my eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm just standing here.
Just standing there?
I mean, he said close your eyes. What am I supposed to do? Wander around?
You got enough
Eyes
now?
closed.
Is that it for your turn?
I'll call out. Close your.
Kill it.
With my eyes closed.
Yes.
This is an interesting creature. And how do you propose I do that?
Try and hit it.
Suppose I hit you.
Well, I'm over here. It's over there.
My eyes are closed.
Gods, man. Do something.
I'm just gonna hold my action.
What are you holding? You're just like literally holding your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Until who? Like end of the round? What do you?
Like, in order to hold an action, you have to have a condition.
Oh. My eyes are
If
closed.
If it approaches me, I attack it, or if,
Oh, okay. Yeah, if
Reggie
it-
goes down, I stabilize him, something like that.
No, yeah, so if so if it comes over here, then I'm just gonna fly up and attack it.
Alright. Marcus?
I know that Reggie told me to close my eyes, but I'm going for the shot.
Then I'm gonna need you. What, you're making a blind shot or you looking at it?
I don't think I should make a blind shot.
It's just disadvantage.
I could still roll a 1 and kill Nagel. So.
Alright, I need you to make a con save.
Don't fail this.
That's
Ooh,
not very
that's
good. Oh,
enough.
it is? Oh, thank God.
Oh. Fuck petrification.
Here we go. Hooah!
That also is good enough. You hit it.
Nice.
The sound of your gun echoes throughout the halls as the creature takes 12 damage and hisses in pain.
I'll close my eyes to reload, though.
Okay? You close your eyes and begin to reload, just going by the feel. You're very well trained. You've done this many times. At the echo of that sound, you can hear from the cage once more, "Hello? Who is there? You come to save me?" And then you're up, Reggie.
Hold on, good gentlemen, we're
Alright.
coming.
1 second, good sir. Because spells, some of them have requirements, like you have to see the person. So I'm just looking for information. I'm just gonna check the spell. I'm just gonna ping it. Okay, it's a point I choose. Reggie is going to... He got a good mental image of where this place was before. I feel. Should I roll an in check to see if I can back that up?
Sure. The better you roll, the more accurate it'll be.
17.
Yeah, you got a general layout of it.
Okay. He's gonna walk where he believes, right up to it. I feel he can hear the snarling the closer he gets.
Okay. You almost trip over some rocks, a little hard.
He's gonna blast it with a second level color spray. If it has 44 hit points or less, it's blinded.
This doesn't require you to see it.
No.
Alright. You stumble through the darkness of the cave, and you come up right in front of it, and you blast in its eyes. The spray of color, bright, and I guess...
Yeah.
And the creature, lets out a last snarl as it crumples to the ground. Burning, cooking,
Wait,
really.
what?
It
No,
smells
no, no, no,
nice.
no. It's not damage.
Oh, it's not damage.
No, it's just if it has if it has 44 hit points or less, it's blinded, not
Well,
dies.
It's blinded. Congrats. Very colorful spray. It's gonna be done. Don't worry
First
about
level
it.
spell deals 44 damage. God.
I thought you cast... Alright, you know...
No. Alrighty, and he yells to his companions, "Open your eyes now! Kill it! Kill it now!"
Yeah. You guys can now see properly. Alright, 16, 10, 12. I was thinking about chromatic spray for some reason.
You
Or
mean,
chromatic array, was it?
prismatic something. Prismatic spray.
Yeah, that shit does a ton of damage.
Yeah, because Reggie's definitely able to cast 6 level spells.
Yeah, can you?
Right? Real Reggie, maybe, but not this Reggie. And that ends his turn.
So blinded, the creature attempts to take a bite out of you in your general direction.
Disadvantage.
Oh, baby, 22. Disadvantage.
1 second. Damn. 22 disadvantage?
Yeah, 22, 22.
Wow. Alright, he's gonna take that hit.
It sinks its fangs into you. You take 8 piercing damage. And 6 poison damage. Ooh.
Okay. The shimmering orb of force around Reggie is completely shattered as the teeth in fact sink into him, dealing him some poison damage. He takes 3.
Nagel.
And looks pissed. Well, seeing as Nagel already ignored the advice, just gonna hit it, still eyes open.
Yeah, he's still in a blind rage.
Not like that. 10.
Yeah. Now that you guys can open your eyes, for some reason Nagel decided to close his eyes and swing and was unable to hit the beast. Yeah. Unless you have a
yeah,
bonus
he'll
action.
end his turn. He'll end it.
You done? Okay. Alright, so Leo's gonna run up into here then, and he's going to swing his great axe. It is
flanked?
effectively flanked now, correct?
Well, and it's blind, so you have advantage.
Hello?
Blinded.
Is blind
good.
going with the 20? The crit, or...
Yep. Yeah, for 16, like I said earlier, how it had been killed, it's now once again dead.
Oh, nice!
Not with a spray, but with a slash.
Well, you said it was dead, but it was only blind. Ah,
Yeah.
blindness. Blindness.
With a mighty breakup, I heard nothing.
No, that's fine.
The fire chars its scales and skin and flesh.
That could have been awful. I believe I heard
Reginald,
it.
are you alright?
Yes, yes, okay. Not a flesh wound. I believe I heard someone back there.
Yes, I heard it as well.
Oh, thank God. That thing, I saw it freeze that other man, and... You gotta let me out of here. You're stepping through the fire, Leo?
Huh?
You walked into the flames.
First,
I was
fire isn't it too?
going to go around. Sorry.
Oh God, thanks. I thought I'd duck, and then he notices you step around the corner. Oh,
He's a drow.
no, no,
Lion man.
that thing. It's you.
Oh,
It's
I
me.
remember you. Now, gentlemen, let us be cordial. I believe we all have a common enemy. Modicet, right? He put you here?
I was, just minding my own business, and I guess, yeah, Modicet must have knocked me out and took me here.
What happened?
What do you mean? That's exactly what happened. Also, let me out, please.
He's gonna roll insight, even though he's not the best at it.
I say leave him to rot.
20.
Yeah, you can tell he's maybe just not exactly the most reliable source of information. He's just talking to you, trying to get out. There's no ominous intent coming from him.
Yeah. Of course I'm gonna let you out. I just want to know the truth. And he'll start, decaying. Is there a lock?
Oh, yeah.
I guess he'll start doing damage to the lock through Toll the Dead.
Yeah, you start rotting away at the lock. It's like, I was with my friend. Yeah? We were just having a good old night. We got pretty drunk, if I'm being honest with you. Dormus can hold his ale way better than I can. And then I woke up in here. I don't know what else to tell you, but I've been here for
Let's see.
I don't know how long. All I know is that that creature looked at that man over there and then...
Well, it was a good thing you had the sense to close your eyes. I imagine the lock busts off at this point.
Yeah, sure,
Have
you're
you any
working.
skill with arms?
Me, I'm a mighty fighter, a mighty warrior, very skilled. You can
You're
ask
not
that
skilled at
oaf
all.
over there. Hey, I almost had you.
Now, if we have another arm on our side, I would appreciate it. I assume this is
I
your friend over here.
suppose.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I assume this is your friend over here.
I wouldn't call him a friend, but he
Your
was
drinking
my...
companion.
No, I don't know the man.
Oh. Have you seen your friend about?
Last I saw, we were at the bar.
I see. I see. Reggie gets a good distance away from the skeleton and looks at it. Is it wanting his brains?
It's just sort of laid out, sitting on the ground. The zombie on the other end is reaching toward his arms through the cage.
I doubt Monisset has dominion over these creatures. They look far too feral. Best put them down. And Reggie will start decaying the skeleton. Just because he doesn't want them escaping and attacking him.
Okay. What are you guys up to while he's doing that? Taking free pot shots at it?
I'm looking around this room where the fire's not at. Mainly.
Yeah, it just seems to be full of cages containing snakes, rats, the creatures. Seems to be some sort of holding cell.
No papers or study notes or anything like that.
No, just various caged beasts.
Goodness, this is truly macabre. This man must be at least apprehended, perhaps just summarily executed at the Baron's behest.
I believe that was the deal. Monosec dies.
Who's this Monosec you keep talking about?
He was a mage in the employ of the mayor. It appears he's quite the madman and a murderer. I believe him to be behind all of this, if not at the behest of someone else.
So what you're saying is he put me here, huh?
He did.
Alright, well let's show him one too, huh?
Excellent. He looks around. Does he see any weapons?
The skeleton seemed to have some sort of crude sword after you're done slaying it.
Better something than nothing. He'll retrieve the blade and anything else it had.
Sure, it had some really torn up armor. A very rusted, dull blade.
Well, good man. It's better than nothing. He hands him the armor and blade.
He doesn't take the armor from me, but he takes a dull sword and starts swinging it around.
Reginald, perhaps it would be wise to ensure that we were not heard from this fool screaming.
We would have been heard from my gunshot if not for his screaming.
That is so true also.
Yeah, you're just trying to start stuff, aren't you?
Truly believe that after we just saved your life.
I didn't see you do anything. It was all that weird colored elf man.
Please, gentlemen.
Really, you did not see me drive my axe into this creature.
Gentlemen, please. I know not of the history between the two of you, but there are more pressing concerns than a petty squabble.
Indeed.
I'd like to squabble his head into the ground.
Man, turn your head. Let me put you in a cage. He mutters to himself.
Leo just kind of chortles.
Alrighty. Dungeon master, what do I see? I'll move there.
Okay, I'm gonna reveal some stuff as you guys turn the bend. The booming, the clang. Okay, don't go that far. The clanging and the booming much louder, and now you can see where it's coming from.
Oh shit.
So, forward, you see a nice, maybe mechanical or stone. It's a giant head leaning against like a wall, and the mouth is agape and open. But towards the other end, you see chained to the wall, many chains, but holding a crude weapon just banging against the wall. A behemoth of a beast, rotting flesh.
You just see. Oh, I see. Wow. Alright,
Oh, shit.
Time to repay that debt.
Indeed.
A life for life.
Gentlemen, to the front, please.
Come, excellent fighter, warrior.
What, one sec. It's all chained up. There's no real reason for us to... Right? We can just...
There is.
That surely isn't Monaset, right? That doesn't look like a mage.
The man raises a valid point. We may be able to bypass it.
We may be able to, yes, but much like with the rest of this place, it could come up behind us.
Yeah. It isn't provoked, and there's no, perhaps the reason to aggravate it. It is, in fact, larger than Nagel.
It just looks like a dumb old orc, maybe? No threat at all.
That appears to be an
Undead of
ogre.
some sort.
No, I'm sure it's an orc.
A dumb old orc. Okay.
It's very apparent it's not an orc. But,
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree to move past it for now and engage if we must, but that is quite a beast.
Indeed. What does Reggie see down this corridor again? Sorry, I was
Right,
focused
so there's a
on the,
wall, right?
the ogre.
and it seems to be a head with its mouth open, tongue sticking out, and a little dent in it. But it seems to be blocking some sort of path. Very large.
A dent in it, as though something's missing.
Yes.
As if maybe somebody's been hitting it.
It's sort of like a groove where something can be placed.
Well, gentlemen, we'll probably have to go past the zombie. Sorry, this monstrosity here. Now, I should be able to sneak by it and have a look on the other side. Or we can simply kill it.
I think if we can avoid raising the creature's ire, it would save us a bit of time.
You believe it to be guarding something?
I do.
If we could avoid raising its ire, we could save some time. Let me take a look at the
It is true.
groove to see if perhaps we're looking for a specific kind of tool. Try to, would that be insight, investigate?
It'd probably investigation.
Nice.
Yeah, you stick your head up in it, get a good look. It's a very small groove. It's not exactly, it's not like there's like a missing piece, like a puzzle piece or anything like that. It seems something maybe light and small. You can see some leaves or maybe some sort of petals or something that have been there before. And you get a close look at the mechanism. You can see it's attached to the wall, so maybe it'll either slide open or the mouth will open up wider and you just go through it or something. Very elaborate.
Well, I see some leaves and perhaps petals there. This thing may slide open, or the mouth will open wider. Petals.
Oh, I happen to have picked one of the flowers back there. Perhaps it is some sort of sensor, some magical sensory device.
Could pull some of that sprig off and push it through. Perhaps that will do it.
I shall. Reggie conjures a mage hand and goes into the non-magical bag, pulls out the sprig, and does as instructed, places and pushes.
Yeah, you place it down, and the second the flower touches the tongue of the statue instantly snaps shut, and it stays there for a moment, and it opens back up to the same position it was previously.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't use my hand.
It appears as though it was hungry.
Perhaps you could investigate this room, Reginald, to see if there's something in there that this mouth needs instead.
say this room, do you mean here? Or do you mean the one with the,
Definitely one with the ogre, because I don't want you to be eaten.
yeah, I guess Reggie will investigate as well. 14. Nothing new.
Yeah, not much information that Marcus couldn't gather himself.
Once more, Marcus. What did you say?
I wanted you to investigate the ogre room, man.
I guess he meant eaten by the statue.
This stuff. That area,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Reggie will have to look at the chains first. Is he chained to the wall, or is it like a collar around his neck?
So he's got both his arms are chained to the wall. His legs are chained to the wall. It's all wrapped around him too. So he's barely got any range of motion.
Okay, Reggie's going to, like, has it noticed him? Is it its head towards him?
As you guys have been making noise, especially when the statue shut its mouth, you've drawn its attention, but it pulled against its chains. It couldn't really do much of anything.
Okay, Reggie will, I guess he'll move past it.
Yeah, if you skirt along the edge, you can be out of its range. As you get close, it tries to go at you, but... Actually, we'll do a little check real quick.
He'll disengage, so it literally can't attack him.
Yeah. No, he's just fighting against his bonds. He's unable to break his shackles.
Okay. Then he'll investigate this room instead of the other one.
Yeah, in this room there just appears to be devices. Ooh.
I'm way too preoccupied with that creature.
Blood everywhere. Creature loud, dangerous. Why are you even here, Reggie? Yeah, that could be your blood. Oh my god, is that your blood? Did he get you?
No. He looks at his cloak. Oh, thank goodness, it's still okay. Yep, nope, I couldn't see anything in there. Just big, large, scary ogre thing.
Ah.
Though I did manage to squeeze past it quite easily.
I know that there's a plant-like connection with what we have to do here.
Perhaps back with the mushrooms. Or perhaps back in the other alcove. There was another spring.
Yes, it may be that, because this... Clearly this has something to do. I did see very clearly it is petals and leaves.
Very well.
Could it perhaps be a trinket?
It could, but there was residue from a plant.
I see. Well spotted.
I'll continue to investigate if you want to grab some of those sprigs.
We should probably all move together as a unit. Demi, would you mind, gathering us all up and then dragging us over there?
Where are you going? Back to the other room?
Back to the one with the sprig, if everyone's okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah, it works for me.
And Reggie will pluck it with his mage hand again.
Yeah,
While we're
you
over
pluck
here-
another plant from a pot.
Yeah. While we're over here, why not have another look at the mushroom room?
It seems like a poor idea. It doesn't seem that the mushrooms will have any bearing on our advance.
We have no idea until we've looked.
I feel that it exists solely to draw attention. Bright purplish color, and treasure hunters, and curiosities.
Well, in the Underdark, purple is the only color of bioluminescence.
We're
Richard
not
looks
in the
around.
Underdark.
Reggie looks around panicked for a second, just to make sure we're not in the Underdark. He straightens his robes and walks on. And by walks on, we go back down there. Actually, fuck it. Guys, we really should check out that room.
if it will be trouble, but if you feel as though it will do us some good.
Don't know until we try. He'll go to the threshold of the room. Greetings, Bannon. How goes the watch?
It's all quiet. There's nothing going on. He's munching on some jerky.
Well, we managed to pick up another sword arm.
Hey, wait a second. I know him.
We're all in this together. I know Leo had objections as well.
What? He's no use to you. He's all talk and no fight.
As long as he's got even the slightest amount of fight, I'll take him with me.
Besides, he might run away if we were to leave him in your spot.
Be devoured by the crocodiles.
Probably. Alright, from here, he's got clear vision.
Well, it's all lit up anyway, yeah.
It curves to the side a little bit. I don't see any more of those annoying fucking mushrooms.
If you want to make a perception check.
Sure. 22.
Yeah, no. Just various glowing mushrooms. None of the ones that had shrill and shrieked and...
Okay. I'm gonna keep close to this wall.
Okay.
Nick will back him up. Does it end here, or does it continue this way?
It's like a little bend.
Yeah, Marcus is going to stop right about here. He does not trust this area.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you sift your way through, digging around. It's a little cliff. Not a little cliff. It's like a little slope. You have to go down and then back up.
Okay. I'll go back up and have a look.
Okay. Let me just, reveal some stuff.
What?
Do they see Reggie?
I do believe so. Just give me a second to verify.
Want a stealth?
You did not say you're doing it stealthily, so I'm gonna
You
say
did
no
not.
on that.
Passive, or I guess the passive perception to beat is 13.
Whew.
Okay. Yeah, as you climb up that little cliff, you know, as you take your last step, they shoot to attention. They both lock in on you. They sort of get into like a ready stance.
Enemies. Initiative, yeah.
Solid.
Marcus, dude.
I'm the best at what I do, and what I do is nothing.
Well, you're better than Reggie. Oof, I got a 20. Damn. Reggie might be taking some damage.
How far can you see? Let's see, 60. Ba-ba-ba-bam. Ooh, that's just enough to get a nice little peek. Behind them, there seems to be something large, just looming in the shadow, the gray. It's hard to make out the details, but
Looks like a dog.
What is that? You realize
Right.
we're level 4.
I do.
It looks small.
What have you done?
I think I triggered a secondary boss counter.
So, as you make your last step, they lurch forward. What's your movement? Not enough. They get right up on top of you. They begin to hiss out some things. Unintelligible. Nagel's up.
Enemies! He'll run up and attack. Yeah, he's still got... Just pinging it for a second. Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah, he's gonna rage. And then he's going to recklessly attack this strange looking creature. For 14.
Yeah, you go over, in a rage, you slice down upon it. Takes 14 points of damage.
And... You know what? I'm not gonna do that. Extend his turn.
Okay.
Goodness, Reginald, your blunders! This is not the man I remember. Try to shoot one of these things that is coming to view. Oh god. That is
15
that
hits
works.
Nice.
for 12 piercing damage.
I reload. I do not move. That's it.
Okay. Reggie?
Alrighty. If Reggie moves here, would he gain advantage on this creature?
He's got an ally right by him covering it.
Fight.
Okay.
You do, however, get a nice little bit more vision on it.
Oh, I know what that is. He's not gonna move there. I'm just asking if he moved there. So instead of there, he's going to move here. So Reggie can't be outflanked by the other person. And with his Ichor-coated short sword. Is it 12 hit?
12 does hit.
Nice. Then the first creature takes 9 plus potentially 4. Needs to make a con save at 10.
Nope.
Then he takes an additional 4 poison, and his friend back here takes 5 because I haven't updated the sheet yet.
5 what?
Fire damage.
Okay.
And that is Reggie's turn.
Right, so the 9 damage hits the main guy, right? And then
Yep,
the damage hits the other
poison.
one?
Yeah, 9 hits the main guy, 5 hits the secondary guy, and the 4 hits the main guy.
Alright.
And that's Reggie. Actually, no, he has a bonus action. He's gonna bonus action stab the dude. the dagger. 16 for 4 damage because you don't add your modifier for offhand attacks.
Okay.
So this dude's taking a beat.
Yeah. Slice, cut, fire. Ah!
I don't think I poisoned that one, so no poison.
Leo.
Okay. These guys are out of range for him to run up to. Yeah, wing in there, yeah.
Got 30. You can get
Yep.
right there.
Okay, I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Run up there and wing here.
3v1.
14 hits.
So Leo runs up, takes an overhand slash at it, and it hits him solidly, but not as solidly as he likes. It kind of glances off his side a little bit, and I think that's got to be his turn.
Alright. Number 1. The last person to hit him was Leo, so he's going to take a swipe at you with a scimitar. 9 to hit, obviously not.
Not a hit.
And angry at that, he tries to take a bite out of you. 7 to hit.
Oh, got me that time.
Yep, okay. The second one is going to approach from the side and attempt to get Reggie. He'll lead with his scimitar. 18 to hit.
Oh!
1 second.
Popping his shield.
Popping his shield. As his force field comes back,
Okay.
as the blow is deflected.
And second attack, it takes a bite at you. 7.
No.
Okay.
21. Now, come on, speed down.
Let's see, how far are
Fuck
you?
is that thing even?
45?
Not good news is what it is.
So, Leo, something comes over you. You make a wisdom save. You feel heavy.
Which one?
Alright.
So Leo, make a wisdom save.
Nice! Yeah!
Whatever it was that you felt bubbling in on side of you quickly dissipates.
My homie.
Nagels up. Feel free to say a one-liner.
I was just thinking
Nope.
of one.
It's okay. That's okay.
I got nothing. Ah! Recklessly, doesn't matter. 13.
13 does hit. 10.
10. That same guy.
Okay. This one drops his knee and gets back up, still ready to fight.
Oh, no you don't. And he is going to frenzy. As a bonus action. For a 24.
Okay.
12.
Yeah, the serpent man thing comes to the ground as you finish him off.
Yes, on the ground where you belong. Yes,
Pretty good.
that's not bad. Kothar's not here.
Kothar would have been mad about the alligators dying, let alone this.
Right? More in odd that we killed his god.
Right, Marcus, before it's your turn, little Ethan Stonebrook is gonna try to slink away.
Fuck.
I don't know if you care.
I couldn't. If you remember, Marcus fully expected this. Bannon can deal with it.
Shoot the traitor.
But oh man, here we go. We're gonna try to get rowdy. We're gonna use sharpshooter for the first time.
Ooh. Baby, make it a triple.
So I'm gonna take a -5 to my attack roll, but if I hit, it's +10 damage.
Plus 10.
Ooh,
Nice.
that hits.
19.
So
For
19.
19.
Wow.
So Marcus hones in, aims specifically towards the upper body, head, neck area. Fires off his thunder cannon. Large bits of scale and flesh tear from the creature's neck and splatter the mushrooms behind him. Perhaps a bit of serpent blood along Reggie's robes, as is tradition. I will reload and not move, and end my turn.
Reggie?
Alrighty. Well, his companion's dead. Reggie's gonna try and capitalize on this. Not green flame blade, just normal short sword. DC 10. For an additional 3 points after that.
Wait, so 7? Or 9?
I assume 21 hits. Did he pass?
Oh yeah,
the-
okay.
the
So
save?
8, and then poison, and then, yeah, okay, 6.
It's only 3 because I don't have a modifier.
Alright. You take your swings, he takes his lumps. He's really feeling it.
Take your lumps.
Leo.
Leo is going and take a slag.
Nice. Nice.
So Leo makes his way around Nagel here, and seeing that the creature is, I would imagine, somewhat not necessarily distraught, but it seems to lose its focus for a brief moment as Leo pushes past Nagel and swings down hard with his axe, catching it across the shoulder. And I see his turn.
Okay. Oh man, this guy's really feeling the panic, but something resolve fills his chest as he takes a bite out of Leo, last person to hit him. 15 to hit.
Nope.
Nice.
And he follows it up with his scimitar. 25 crit.
Oof.
Yeah.
For
Miss.
7 slashing damage.
Alright.
Next up,
The true threat emerges.
Reginald, make a wisdom save.
Alright. 19.
Woo!
Suck a
That
dick with
will
your
do
spells.
it.
Jeez.
You also feel something, instead of like a heavy burden on your chest, you feel sort of a compulsion to act against your will, but you fight it off.
Can, actually, never mind. I think I know what that is.
Nagel's up.
Nagel. We'll try and kill this thing. 10?
Yeah, 10 slashing damage.
Still up.
Still up.
Alright. Then he's going to bonus action to Frenzy again. For 23. Because Reckless. For 12. And he's also flanked.
And that just does it.
Nice.
The two reptile men fall to the ground, dead. Marcus.
Hold on. Still got movement. Do you see this thing back? Yeah, we see this thing back here.
Oh, poor Sam getting thrown to the wolves.
We'll move there. And his turn, yeah.
Okay, now Marcus.
Seeing the other one fall, Marcus doesn't really know about this. Whatever that. Seeing that both of them have fallen, Marcus has no clue about this thing. Well, what are you doing? Get down from there. Are we done?
You did see Nagel charge off.
What is going on?
Can I speak?
No, I'll move forward a bit.
Demi?
Can you speak? Yeah, you can speak.
Okay. More monsters down the hall. Kill
Oh,
things.
goodness gracious. 15. I could get about there, I think. 30.
You can get a nice good look at it now. The creature is large, serpent-like, with a human face, although it appears to be bleeding from its abdomen. There's a rock going through it.
Okay. I don't know what this is, but I can observe it after it's dead. Marcus is going to shoot.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna do something a little more interesting this time.
Fucking what?
I'm gonna try
We're
trick
gonna
shot.
do some. We're gonna give it a little bit of thunder. So this will be additional 1d6 damage if it hits.
Nice.
So 20. I'm thinking that hits, unless.
Yeah, 20 hits.
Oh, good thing I did that.
Oh wow.
11.
much?
6 of which is thunder. 5 piercing, 6 thunder.
Okay.
So I see it. Oh, good heavens! I kind of there's like a little hand. I see it. There's a
Reginald.
little hand crank on the side of my gun. I crank it up a few times. You see energy course through the hand cannon that I have. It shoots out. Electricity flies through the air and strikes this thing in the side, crackling against the walls.
Okay. Reggie's gonna bust out the big boy magic and see if it works. Sorry, let me just check something. 90 feet, okay. Reggie extends his sword so it faces directly at the creature. And with some words of power, he tries to shoot it. And fails. The creature takes 3 damage as the acid misses, but still splashes on it. And he'll
Is that all for
this
you?
way. Yeah, that's all for him.
Okay. Leo.
Oh, I don't want to go charging headlong in. He's gonna move to about here, and I can move there, and I pull my longbow go and fire a shot. And hit nothing but more. And that is it.
So the creature opens its mouth and begins to speak to you. It says in a very serpentine, very hissing sound voice, "You do not know what you are doing. Stop this at once, mortals." And attempts to on the man who shot him in the head, or shot it in the head. Give me a wisdom save.
Oh god. It's been real, boys.
Ghost.
Critical fail. Oh,
Ooh, that is not good enough.
3 would have been worse.
Oh, held.
Your body sort of goes numb, you lose control, and you stand there. You can't move. The creature begs for you to stop. You do not know what you are doing, you fools. Nagel's turn.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Unless he's afraid of
I
snakes.
think we can all agree there.
Yeah.
No, he's okay with snakes, but he hates spiders.
For a miss.
His fear of snakes takes over.
Right?
Well,
Bonus action, Frenzy, and Reckless. 21.
uh, 21 would hit for 11.
11, and a con save. Nice.
Okay. The holdover breaks.
Oh.
So just for a moment, you lost control.
So I can act normally now.
Yeah.
Marcus is curious. So he's gonna hold an attack action. If he doesn't like the answer he gets, he will shoot again. But he's... And why should we stop, you fiend? What reason would we have to listen to you? Pointing my gun at it.
I am not the foe you seek. I am bound here against my will. At a closer inspection, there's literally half of its torso. There's a rock just pouring out of it. It seems to be holding it in place.
Bannon won't like this.
There are other fiends.
Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Would you aid us in finding your captor?
I fear that I can do not much from my position. Particularly when you kill my servants.
Were we to release you?
If you were to release me, I would pay you handsomely. Anything you desire within my power to grant.
I say we release it. If nothing else, we can kill it just as easily, I believe. It's already damaged.
Marcus will shoulder his rifle. Nagel, stop your madness. We may have an ally of convenience.
One of circumstance.
He's enraged. We're gonna have to knock him out.
it's not like second edition.
If I guess if Nagel continues to attack, my new condition for hold action will be to shoot Nagel in a not very important part of his body.
In his balls.
Give him
The most important
shoot
part
him
of
in the
all.
ass.
Aim for the head.
No,
Much
yeah,
less
I'll
important.
shoot him in the ass. Non-lethal thunder
Ooh.
cannon damage. I do nothing else because my thinking is that unless I have to shoot Nagel into unconsciousness, this combat should end.
Alright, Reggie wants to roll insight on this creature. See if it's lying.
No, Leo is lying.
Hey man, I mean,
Seems
it
legit.
seems like a powerful thing. Probably grant you all those fucking new robes you want, huh?
It always comes back to the robes, doesn't it? How, pray tell, do we free? Nagel, cease this for now. I want to hear what it has to say.
Is he coming down from that range, or?
Man, it's not his turn.
All right, Leo.
Leo is going to hold action and wait to see if when Nago comes out of rage, or yeah, because his turn is next. Nope, I'm just gonna hold, and I think we're just gonna, I guess, try to free it unless Nago doesn't. So I'm gonna just hold.
Okay. Gonna use last spot on Nagel. Attempt to hold person.
Gonna cast a spell. Just looking that up. So I think frenzied barbarians might not be affected by charmed. I don't know if
Not
that's
based on that. That'd probably be in the rage rules, I would assume,
yeah, looking that up.
if it was going to be the case.
Okay, that's mindless rage. It's a 6
Ah,
level,
so
no.
he is about to get banged. What's his DC for this one?
14.
Yeah, you're
Nope,
held.
Nope.
You have been held.
So Nagel, in his rage, his mouth just wide, teeth grinding, anger in his face. Just that's a frozen image as he's about to swing up for another attack, but just cannot move.
Alright.
I demand that you get this one away from me.
I suppose we could. Reginald's mage hand can't move him.
God,
No, he's...
Unless he suddenly weighs 10
Yeah.
pounds. He's big tomite.
So is Nagel's pretty rigid then?
Nagel is absolutely still. Mid-swing,
Alright.
anger on his face, boiling blood.
Just face him towards a wall or something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drag him a square back so he's not.
Nagel, knock it off.
None of us know he's held, potentially.
Fucking
Try to drag him off
God
a little bit.
damn it. Whatever. He fucking knows.
No? He appears to be frozen.
He's held.
He would not listen to your words or mine, so I did what was necessary.
Well, speak your piece, creature. No, Reggie read a fucking book on these things.
Yeah.
He knows it is in fact a naga.
Yeah, it's definitely what was described, that little snippet that you read.
Well, gentlemen, we have ourselves a naga. Somehow captured.
By
Yes,
circumstance.
Carry on, please.
I had been previously slain, though not permanently, as you may know. When I regenerated, I happened to be in this situation that you find me in now. And now you're all huddled over it, as I described before. Most of its torso is like... It's grown around a giant rock that's jagged and sticking through the spine.
I was about to say, it's like it teleported incorrectly and is now half inside of a rock. Right?
Pretty much is what the situation here.
Well, I have abilities, though I can do nothing for your current situation, my dear.
There is something you can do to alleviate my burdens. There was a man who found me in my state. He sought to take advantage of my powers, of my abilities. Use me. And I was obligated to oblige.
I assume you're the one dominating those folk over there.
I know not what they want or their goal, but yes, that would be me.
To my knowledge, spells like that require concentration, a great deal of focus. In your current state, there is no way you could have held all these people under your influence.
If done for long enough and frequently enough, the concentration is no longer required. They simply follow my orders. Repeated exposure lends well to their malleable minds.
I see. And this man you spoke of, a pale elf, yes?
Much like yourself.
For the record, Reggie's skin is actually gray, like dark charcoal.
Much like yourself.
A drow. Up here? A servant of Loth. Is this correct?
I know not of the being himself. I attempted to read his mind. It did not end well. I've been embarrassed and reduced to this sniveling state. I demand his head on a pike.
That is good, because I too wish his head upon something. As to alleviate your state, how can we do this, and how can we release the minds of those ensnared?
I fear that is impossible.
What are their orders?
They obey him, they obey me, they carry out their duties, whatever they may be. He has them expanding this cave for some reason. He refuses to tell me why.
I see. Can Reggie roll an Arcana specifically for the Domination spell?
Yep.
God damn it, whatever.
About a minute has passed, and Nagel swings down his axe and hits a wall.
Nagel, calm down. Good.
So if I'm going to
Now, as for your
guess the
condition,
next steps in your plan of alleviation would be to remove those under your influence, yes?
That sounds more like your problem. I simply wish to be removed from this state in my revenge on that elf.
yes, it appears the only way to remove you from this state would be a spell beyond wizards and any cleric in this area, or, as you said, your rejuvenation. Why did you simply not have your servants kill you?
Believe it or not, though I may come back, death is not a pleasant experience.
Do you happen to have a regeneration scroll about?
She sort of scoffs at that. A scroll is not necessary.
Now then what shall we do to alleviate your burden?
You don't have the magic? You're saying you're of no use to me?
My dear, do I look like a cleric to you?
Surely there are others you can find and seek out.
What sort of...
I have some small means of healing, but
Perhaps those... What were those?
What?
Perhaps those herbs. What were those?
He pulls out the herb. This.
Didn't you, sacrifice it?
One of them.
One of them.
It looks it over.
Was it lilac?
It was a lotus of some
Lotus
sort.
or whatever.
Yeah. What about it?
I don't know. My friend here mentioned it.
Is it of any use?
Gods.
Do you seek to adorn me with a flower? Is that supposed to alleviate my issues?
I didn't know if it could be brewed, perhaps. Some type
feel it
of
has
remedy.
No magical properties. I think what we need here is strength to break the rock about you.
We need to go with a healer.
I'm a bit confused personally. Does she want us to, like, will using healing on her help her, or will the rock help her? I don't understand.
Healing probably wouldn't alleviate anything, if anything, you know, because there's literally a rock growing out of her.
Yeah.
So that has to be dealt with first and foremost, if anything. Revenge is always the best medicine.
so smashing the rock
Well.
maybe is what they're...
Probably. Nagel, Leo.
I know that Leo has to be heading out, so...
We can end it on this
I can
quandary.
I can swing to attempt to knock loose some of this rock and stone.
There were some picks over in that other supply room.
Why not simply have the others try to dominate their will, force them to dig you out.
Because we're here now. And your stronger than them.
Not suitable vessels, and they slowly work and toil away.
Alright. I can swing my mighty axe.
You're going to break the axe. I suggest getting a pick.
Okay.
Reggie goes out and gets 2 picks.
It's a magical axe of unbreakability.
Axe of earth shattering.
Marcus,
Casts earthquake.
what's that?
Casts
Oh,
earthquake.
God. It's a terrible idea. Yeah, so Marcus is gonna stay since they're getting these pickaxes anyway, or someone's getting pickaxes. And I'm gonna start reviewing this rock, see if I can find some points on it that may allow this work process to go quicker instead of just, pickaxing away at whatever. Doing the whole investigation,
Okay.
knocking on the rock, trying to find, deep spots, trying to look at how it's positioned. So, what should that be? History or what?
Technically, it's history.
I don't know about that in this situation. I'd probably go with investigation.
I'll take that.
Yeah, okay, so the way the rocks are forming, it's sort of going through the ribs, sort of like push them out. You can probably dig around the ribs or maybe shatter the rib cage. Probably be even easier if you just bisected her. She probably wouldn't appreciate that though. Huh.
It's not about what she would appreciate it being on.
Well, if we want help, then we have to take into consideration the Naga's feelings.
Of course, I'd hate to have an immortal enemy. Now, my dear, do you have a name? Of course you do. May I ask it?
I'm not so certain we are on a first name basis, Elf.
Oh, then what is your surname?
I'm not so certain I like that one either.
Hand me the pickaxe. We do not need names.
He hands him the pickaxe and hands Leo and Nagel the pickaxe. Reggie doesn't have one because he's Reggie. This is going to hurt quite a bit, by the way.
What do you want us to roll for this?
That'll just be a strength check. I'll give you advantage. You got a tool and help.
Thank God, 22.
22.
Good thing I had advantage.
And,
Strength save, you said?
this is a general strength check, yeah. You can do athletics, too. Same thing.
It's always better to have a skill. Oh my God, Nagel.
Nagel knows that. Yeah, Nagel knows it's better to have a skill.
Reggie doesn't roll because he's not strong.
Sure, you pick away at the rocks for quite some time. You're digging
Reggie
away.
gives them help. He points things out.
Yeah, watch the rib. That's a heart right there. You want to avoid that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, you gotta go, right?
No, if we're okay to wrap soon-ish.
I figure we can end by freeing her.
So I don't pass out at the keyboard here.
Sure, we'll end with you guys toiling away, removing bits of rock. Right?
Okay.
Was she bloodied before with the combat?
Yes. There was blood coming out of the wound. It seems that every time it regenerates through the rocks. She's constantly hurting herself.
When I say bloodied, I mean the mechanical term, like half-elf.
Oh god.
Oh. I don't know if you would know
Yeah.
about that.
Trying to get The
Okay.
inside
It's what
knowledge.
is usually an indication. But that's all good.
Alright, we can call it there.
No.
Alright.